This being a month devoted to games based on cartoons, it's no surprise that I'm bringing up a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. There have been so darn many of them over the years, and while my absolute favorite one still has to be the original arcade game, there have been plenty of good ones over the years. Many of the good ones you'll find out there were actually found on handheld gaming systems. So how about we take a look at the very first time Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles appeared on the very small screen. As soon as you start playing the first stage, you hear the familiar theme song and are met by foot soldiers and later Mausers as well. Of course, there are bats, seemingly sentient fireballs, boulders, and other things that attack you as well, but compared to the NES game, this looks and feels like a game based on the cartoon to me. Just like most other TMNT games out there, you take control of your favorite turtle and stomp on some foot in order to rescue Splinter and April. Nothing out of the ordinary here, folks. Between the levels, you see some monochrome versions of art from the cartoon as well, which is not half bad. Graphics are about as good as you can get for a Game Boy game. In order to simplify some of the animations, each of the turtles throw a shuriken as their ducking attack, and Donatello's weapon looks a little bit more like a tonfa than a bow. But overall, for a Game Boy game, I think it still looks pretty darn good. You have your usual suspects in the form of bosses Bebop, Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman, and later on Shredder and Krang, which is just what you'd expect from a Ninja Turtle game. But what really surprised me was the music. Something I feel many of you may agree with is sometimes when a game is just decent, having some awesome music and sound effects will push it right over the edge and make it into something special. And in this case, we have music which for a Game Boy game is very good. It's not much of a surprise when you discover that one of the two composers behind this game is Michiru Yamane, who later went on to compose the music for some of Konami's best games, including the Castlevania series, including Bloodlines and Symphony of the Night. Gameplay is pretty typical for a platform game of this time period. You jump, you attack, you try not to get hit, you pick up health power-ups in the form of pizza, because what would a Ninja Turtle game be without pizza? And then you go on to fight a boss, wash, rinse, and repeat. It's nice that you can pick what level you have to start with, but in order to see the ending, you have to start with Stage 1. But the option is still pretty darn cool. Overall, I think this game is worth checking out. There have been tons of Ninja Turtle games, as I've mentioned in the beginning of this video, and some of them are good, and some of them aren't so hot. But this one is on the good column. So if you have the means to check out an old school Game Boy game, this is one that I recommend. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.